It has been said that if you choose a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life. But what goes into choosing the perfect career? In an effort to further assist CMU's College of Business as they help students find jobs and internships alike, we set out to answer that question through the use of extensive quantitative research in the form of various web-based surveys administered to CMU Marketing and Logistics undergraduate students. Our findings could also prove to be advantageous for companies seeking to hire CMU students, as the information we've gathered shows how students make decisions before accepting a position. We will first discuss the overall objectives of our research, the research method used, and the results we've gathered. Lastly, we will summarize the results and propose a plan of action based on said results.
For our conjoint analysis objectives, we are looking from a choice perspectives at what attributes are most important and what preference levels are most preferred. Next, we look at maximum difference objectives. Here we are looking for what is most and least important when choosing an internship, and what is most and least important when choosing a full-time job. We have our CX objectives. From a retention perspective, we are looking at what are the most important performance attributes and what is the most and least important regarding our internship or full-time experience. Lastly, we have our CX improvement objectives. Here we look for what could be improved the most. Our sample looked at Central Michigan University marketing and logistics students. The survey was developed with students, pre-tested with students, and then revised.
Our data was collected via web-based surveys administered to CMU Marketing and Logistics undergraduate students. Points were awarded for quality completes. Survey fatigue and a smaller than desired sample size did limit our research, but despite this, we still have confidence in the results.
For attribute importance, we found that type of job is the most important attribute that students are looking for. The environment is the least important. The job with the most preference was marketing consulting, and the job with the least preference was sales. As expected, the higher the salary, the higher the preference. Students are also very interested in finding a culture fit for them. Students are looking for jobs that are closer to home, preferably a 1-hour drive. Students are looking to live in the suburbs as opposed to the rural areas. The office is the most preferred environment. The road warrior is the least preferred.
Based on this conjoint analysis, students are very interested in a marketing consulting job with a preferred salary of at least $60,000 a year for a company in which they fit the culture. These students are not interested in a job that requires air travel, but instead a close commute to home. Ideally, these students are looking for an office job located in the suburbs.
For the max diff analysis, we looked at the differences in choice between students looking for internships and students looking for full-time jobs. When looking at the career importance for students trying to find internships, we see that they are most concerned with the atmosphere, advancement room, and culture fit. They do not find dress code and size to be important. When looking at career importance for students trying to find full-time jobs, we see that they are concerned with a lot of the same things and aren't concerned with pretty much the same exact things. This graph represents the similarities between the two, although you can see that the full-timers are more concerned with advancement room and less concerned with work alignment.
Our findings show that the greatest difference between valued attributes among interns versus full-time lies in room for advancement, where it is valued greater by full-timers than it is interns. Furthermore, students sought internships that aligned with their major more so than students looking for a full-time position. We found the NPS score to be 15.7, and this was found by taking the 46.9% of promoters minus 31.2% of detractors. This chart illustrates the attributes in their given scores. As you can see, relationship stands out the most.
So when looking at the performance ratios, we see that size, reputation, meaningful work, work alignment, location, social activities, and advancement room all have significant performance and are above the zone of indifference from 0.97 to 1.03. And as we look further, we see that culture fit, interesting work, work amount, and compensation all fall in the zone of indifference, and relationship, dress code, stress level, onboarding process, and variety of work are significantly below the zone of indifference.
The attribute with the most importance to students was the firm's reputation, and the least important was stress level. This table further illustrates all of the attributes and their Net Promoter Scores.
%40 of students believe that the jobs or internships did need improvement. 60% believed that there was no improvement needed. After looking at the improvement opportunities, this table shows that meaningful work is significantly higher for improvement opportunity than any of the other attributes.
In summary, we found that students value the same attributes when choosing an internship as when they are choosing a full-time position. And although most of these positions, both full-time as well as internships, are performing well, 40% of respondents feel as though they can be improved in the areas of meaningful work and better compensation.